My name's Kalifa Warren, and I'm with the Global Theater Project, and I'm here with Sophie. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Sophie. I just graduated from Towson University, majoring in political science and psychology.
Great. Okay, now, so Sophie, I know that you're one to always advocate for voting. So why do you love it? Why do you love voting?
I just think it's important for people to be involved in shaping the future.
That's true. Yeah. So why do you think people don't like voting or they feel like they don't need to vote?
I believe that people might feel that way because they don't feel like their vote really matters or like the candidates really encourage them to get out there and express their opinion because especially in this election, I feel like some people are kind of frustrated that they have to deal with kind of two candidates that they might not necessarily agree with 100%, or they have to grapple with like the history of the candidates, and it's rough for some people. It's hard for them to kind of align themselves with a candidate that they don't necessarily believe 100%.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people are making that decision to not vote because they're like, oh, there's no one good to vote for, so why am I gonna vote? What do you think we could do to like make people feel like their vote matters? Because I don't know, I know a lot of people just don't vote because it's not gonna change anything, or they just don't care, it doesn't pertain to them. So like, is there things that you think you could say to people to, hey, you should vote, it's really important, you're gonna make a change or something like that?
Um, well, that was a tough one because in presidential elections, I'm not saying that people's vote doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
like the way it's set up, I think that it's harder for people to see how their vote directly contributes to an election. But I think that if you're talking about like lower scale election, like local elections, then I feel like people can see how their vote translates directly because a lot of these elections are closer.
True, but I feel like a lot of people don't. Well, me, for example, I don't really even think about the local elections. Like, I'll drive around and I'll see like the signs of like the people's last names who are like running for the judge, or I don't know a lot about it, but I always see that and I'm like, oh, okay, local election. I never
Yeah.
think about it or get involved in it. So I don't know why it's so. I don't know. I don't think it gets enough attention, but do you know why it doesn't get a lot of attention, or do you have an opinion on it?
Well, I feel like a lot of our education regarding politics and government in our country revolves around the federal government and kind of neglects the role of local government. Like, it doesn't talk about the construction of parks, like city budgets, education, and distribution of funds. And I feel like that's a really important part of our government in our country because we talk about like federalism and how, oh, there's more than the federal government, but we don't really go in depth in my experience. Like, I've taken government classes in school. I took AP government, and I don't really feel like I learned how politics relates to the community and
Yeah.
people as a whole rather than like Congress and the president.
That's true because I remember in eighth grade we took like a whole government class, and then my sophomore year I took AP government, and I remember like learning, checks and balances and the three, what is it, judicial branch, the presidential branch, like the different branches of government.
Yeah,
And I don't know, I don't remember learning a lot about the local government because I don't know why they don't make it as important, because I think that would be good to educate the students that are about to turn 18 to be able to vote on what they should do when they get to the polls, because there's a lot of people who just are lost when they get there and
absolutely.
don't even fill out the ballot or something because they're like, who's this person? I don't remember hearing about them, so I'll just like
Mhm.
randomly check someone or just so I don't know. Did your high school teach you anything about it?
No.
Local government, or I don't know, how to vote, and like I don't know, went through the steps on what it's gonna look like.
I think the only thing that I can remember doing in high school was when they had the discussion about what prom was and buying our tickets, they passed out voter registration to every single student.
Oh,
So that was a big thing.
yeah.
But besides that, I don't really remember learning about local government or political engagement.
Dang, that's cool. They voter registration, that like with the prompting, that's cool. That's like a good way to, I don't know, make them aware of it at least, of like, okay,
Yeah.
you're like of age now, so here's your voter registration. Go register to vote and have fun at prom too. So wow, that's cool. My school never done anything like that. But I really do think that if more schools got involved in like taught students the process of it, it would definitely make them more exposed. Or like not, they wouldn't be new to the process like everyone is now as soon as they turn 18. Because when before
Mm.
I was 18, I was like, oh, voting's so important. I can't wait to vote. Turn 18, elections coming up. I'm gonna go vote. And then now I'm like, I don't even know who to vote for. I haven't even like prepared really. Have you prepared yourself when you go vote?
Yeah, it's been there's a lot to consider and there's a lot to think about, but I think I am prepared to vote.
Yeah. How do you prepare? Do you do like a whole bunch of research on the candidates or
Yeah, I try to look into the candidates' history, their voting records, their stances, their ratings by nonprofit organizations, and stuff like that. There's a really good source. I think it's Voter 411.
okay, yeah, that
Vote
website.
411. Yes.
Vote for one.
And then there's another one which I will link you, but I can't remember the name of right now. And it has like their entire history of the candidates where you can access all that information really easily. Like they lay it out for you.
It's kind of like side by side too, so you can easily go from the next one candidate to the next to see what they're all about.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's really helpful.